welcome back to my channel where we put the cool in mathematical. So today we're going to be solving some problems to help us understand the mean, median, mode and range. Okay, so these are the kinds of averages you need to be familiar with for your GCSE and all other kinds of assessment. So we're going to go through 4 questions today to help you get familiar with these concepts. So let's get started. So here is our first question. Now you can see along the top I've got a list of 10 numbers and I need to work out the range. Okay, so the first question is asking me to work out the range. The range is the difference between the largest and the smallest number in a set of data. So here, to get the range, I'm just going to do 7 minus 2 and that gives me 5. So the range is 5. Now moving on to part B, I need to find the mode. The mode is the most frequently occurring piece of data in my list. So if we have a look through that list, we can see there's 3 4s. So 4 is the mode, the most frequently occurring piece of data. Part C wants me to find the mean. Now, the mean is perhaps the most difficult average to find, but we can calculate it by doing the sum. That means adding up all the pieces of data we've got, so the sum of our data divided by the frequency. So that's the number of items I have in my list. So if we add up all the pieces of data that I have in my list here, you are going to get 42. So I need to add together 2, add 3, add 4, add 4, add 4, add 5, add 6, add 6, add 7, add 7. Adding those together gives me 42. I'm then going to divide that by the frequency, so the number of things I have in that list, which is 10. And 42 divided by 10 is equal to 4.2. So, there you have it. Right, so here we are. We are on to our second example now. So in this question, I have 5 numbers, and I need to work out the range, then the median, and the mean. Now we haven't been introduced to the median, so we'll talk about that in this question. But first things first, I need to work out the range. So if I'm looking for the range, I'm going to do the largest number minus the smallest number that I have in my data. So here that's 4 minus 11, that is equal to 7. That's what it is, I can do that. Now B is asking us to find the median. Now the median is the middle value in your set of data, okay? So I think median sounds a bit like middle, mid, median, middle. Right, that's what I'm trying to say. So here, the middle value is 9. So there's 5 pieces of data, and the one in the middle, if I cross off one from either side, the one in the middle is 9. So don't fall into the trap of saying that the median is that third value, 3. It's the third position, but the median is 9. So final question, calculating the mean. So we know the mean is equal to the sum divided by the frequency, so the sum of our data divided by the number of items we have. So if we add all of those things up together, we are going to get 40, I think. And then we need to divide that by the number of things we have. So in that list there are 5 items, so 40 divided by 5 is equal to 8. Good job, well done. Super duper. Now that brings us on to our next question. Now I recommend pausing the video and having a go at this one, but look really carefully at that list of data before you do so, and think about, is there anything we need to do to it? So pause the video now. Right, assuming you followed my advice and you've had a go, let's talk through the answer. So if we look at this list of data, it is not in ascending order. So if we look back at the other questions, all of those had data that went from smallest to biggest in ascending order. Now this question, they haven't done that for you. So the first thing you need to do before you answer any of these questions is write out these pieces of data in ascending order. So cross them off as you go along, but write them out again, going from smallest first and then getting larger. So going from smallest to biggest. So that's what I'm doing now, just writing it out in ascending order. Now that's going to make your life a lot easier. Trust me, you want to be doing this. So my first question, I need to find the range. So the range, remember, is the largest minus the smallest. So it's the difference between the biggest and the smallest value in our data. So here, that is simply going to be 119 minus 151, which will be equal to 39. Next one, I'm looking for the mode. So again, always underline the key word in the question. So I'm looking for the mode, most frequently occurring piece of data. So have a look. In here, you can see 171 turns up twice. So 171 is going to be the mode in this case. Now, part C, I'm looking for the mean. So remember, the mean is the sum of all of our data, so adding it up together, divided by the frequency, so the number of items. Okay, I'm going to keep repeating that, it's important. So if we add up all of those items, we get 1,357. Just did that in my head right now. I am that good at maths. And then we're going to divide that by 8, because I have 8 pieces of data. And if you do that calculation, you are going to get, let me just do this very quickly, you're going to get 169.6. That is to 1 decimal place. Right, well done. This is everything we need now. So we've done range, we've done mode, we've done mean, but keep watching, and I'm going to go through a slightly harder, more challenging question. So, get ready for this. Right, and here it is. Okay, so the mean of 8 numbers is 41. The mean of 2 of the numbers is 29. Work out the mean of the other 6 numbers. Now, this one is pretty difficult. So start by underlining the key information you have, okay? So this is what I would do with any question where it looks like it's a bit wordy and we just need to digest what it is asking us. Okay, so the mean of 8 numbers is 41, mean of 2 is 29. Work out the mean of the other 6 numbers. Now, remember that the mean is equal to the sum divided by the frequency, so the number of items I have. I might have mentioned this before, I don't know, I might have done. Okay, understanding this as a formula is going to be really useful for this kind of question. So what I'm going to do first is start substituting in some of the information I have in the question into this relationship. So I know the mean of 8 numbers is 41. So 41 is equal to the sum of those 8 numbers divided by 8. Okay? Now, the mean of 2 numbers is 29. So 29 is going to be equal to the sum of those 2 numbers divided by 2, because there's 2 items in that data set. Now, if I rearrange this a bit, so I'm going to times both sides by 8 here, so the sum of all of the numbers is going to be 41 times 8. And just doing that in my head quickly, that would be 328. And the sum of those 2 numbers that they talk about in the question, well, if I move that 2 up to the other side, so I'm timesing both sides by 2, 29 times 2 is equal to 58. Okay, so I've actually got the sum of all of the data, all 8 numbers, and the sum of those 2 numbers that they mention in the question. So now I want to work out the mean of the other 6. So to do that, if I do 328 divided by 58, that is going to give me the sum of the 6 remaining numbers. Okay, so that's really useful. I've got the sum of the 6 remaining numbers. Now, going back to our equation, the mean is equal to the sum of all the numbers in that list divided by the frequency. Well, I know the sum of those 6 numbers now, and get this, I know the frequency. How cool is that? So the mean is just going to be 270 divided by 6, which is 45. So there you are, there you have it, that's the answer. You have done it, you have done the super challenging question, and you live to do maths another day. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. It means a lot. And as a thank you, I want to give you one of my trademark maths jokes. So here goes. Do you know what mathematicians do after it snows? They make snow angles. Right, see you next time. Bye.